Okay, so this is way too cool to not make a video on. I am currently playing the second demo for Titanic SOS version 2. The first one was this room, the reception room, flooding. This one has from here, from D deck to boat deck in the grand staircase, as well as the gymnasium, which looks really cool. I've already explored the whole thing, but it is just gorgeous. Now, so, okay, those are on B deck. I didn't notice that. Anywho, so we go up the stairs, we're now on C deck. So that was D deck, now we're on C deck. Got the purser's office. All that stuff. We have this thing here. It is just extremely well detailed. The elevators, once again, on B deck. This area. So, one of the less exciting decks, unlike D deck. B deck. This is an alpha build, Nautical Entertainment S 2020. Also, the clock will be set backward at midnight 49 minutes. And since we're on B deck, hey! Oh well, we probably won't be able to use the elevators in it anyways, since that's not a new feature as far as I can tell. It's not confirmed. And then, that's A deck. Are y'all ready for this? Well, I'm not going to show you. So we have the B deck elevators, which are still supposedly on B deck, but they're not. And then we have this. The main grand staircase. And it's beautiful, like, oh my god, look at it. And, like, look at the woodwork. If I get really close, look at that. Honestly, and then there's this here, which will lead to the reading, writing room, and lounge. Which will be features, because if you go over here, you can actually kind of see into the reading and writing room. So, honestly, as far as I know, V2 is shaping up to not only be better than V1, but to be better than what Virtual Valley Games is the V2 as well, or their V3. No, it's V2. And then, so yeah, no, this is amazing. We've got all the woodwork and an amazing collection of everything. The clock is beautiful. Sadly, we can't come back here though. The clock is beautiful. Like, look at that. And then we have like a piano over here. There's one on D deck, but and then we can see the davits. And look at those models. Ooh. Ooh, beautiful. Yes, I am simping for this Titanic model because it is gorgeous. And then, as I promised, the gymnasium, complete with actual machinery and workout stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure this you do like bench presses. These ones are pretty famous. You would do rowing exercises on them. This I'm not sure what you do, but it looks cool enough. So, okay. These you do like bicycle pedaling, and this you hit. You hit it and it like bounces back. Fairly common thing. Some of these I'm not actually most of these I'm not actually entirely sure what they're supposed to do. But they look cool, and, I mean, to be fair, what is the last Titanic game you can remember that has a fully detailed gymnasium? I mean, yes, V1 has a gymnasium, but it's nowhere near this level of greatness. Like, I don't think there is any game quite like this one, with the same amount of detail produced by different people. I mean, obviously, Titanic Honor and Glory will have also have quite beautiful things, but yeah, no, like this gymnasium, I'm just blown away. Like, that's my favorite thing on the ship. But something that will quickly take that whenever we get to see it is they're working on the officers' quarters and stuff right now, and the elevator gear. So we'll be able to see that. I have seen some screenshots, and they look gorgeous. So yeah, no, this game is shaping up to be a game of legendary status, hopefully. I mean, to be fair, VVG, simply because of how early they got started in the game, will probably keep a kind of stranglehold over the Titanic games thing. But I will say that as far as it goes, Titanic SOS. Oh yeah, another cool thing. Looking up real quick. But another cool thing is that they use this like kind of system to make it less laggy, so that there aren't as many parts loading in. Where, as you just saw there, if you're not in the place, it won't load it. And I don't think they quite considered you jumping down the staircase like that, or even being able to get in there. But honestly, though, if V2 even if V2 comes out and this is all the entire interior, I would still consider it better than Virtual Valley Games Titanic. But with this level of quality, if they come out with a Titanic game that has this level of quality and the amount of rooms they're promising, because they're promising all of the third-class main rooms, all of the first-class main rooms, and all of the second-class main rooms, as well as all of the boiler rooms and the engine room. That is a lot of rooms, and if they can pull it off in with this amount of detail, and it's not an instant PC killer, it's going to be my brand new favorite Titanic game. I mean, honestly, the Titanic SOS that we currently have has way more stuff way more historical stuff than Virtual Valley Games could even fathom, apparently. Because, I mean, they've got floating furniture in the reception room, which they're not going to keep in V2, sadly. But they have all that stuff, but these guys have all this stuff, all the furniture, the wood paneling, the detail, and, I mean, Virtual Valley Games is worried about it being too laggy. Well, these guys have single-handedly proven that an entirely furnished grand staircase from boat deck to D deck, as well as a gymnasium, if done right, isn't very laggy. It's not quite the amount of interior that Virtual Valley Games has, but it's enough to the point where I consider it to be its own amazing thing. And yeah, no, I can just go on and on, but like, oh my god, this thing, it's amazing. Anyways, yeah, no, I will see you all later. This is the brand new Titanic SOS update, or the version V2 demo. I will link it in the description for all of you guys who haven't tried it yet. Oh my god, it's gorgeous, as you can clearly tell here. And I'm not using any filters or anything. This is exactly how the lighting is in-game. And if this ends up being the kind of lighting they use for V2, I will be extremely happy. Like, this is amazing. And hopefully they'll even have a complete purser's office that doesn't have the shutter closed. But yeah, no. Link in the description. Check it out. And if you like it, favorite it, share it, because this game needs all the traction it can get, and deserves all the traction it can possibly get. Anyways, see you later, and bye-bye. This has been me talking about Titanic SOS version 2.0. Bye-bye.